Alright, so we gotta join a grand company. I may be biased, but I think I already know who I'm choosing.
Spoiler alert! Limsa Laminsa. Don't tell anyone.
I have no idea how that's gonna sound. What was that? I thought I heard someone say hello. That was weird. I don't know if anyone heard that. I'm kind of scared now. Alright, Tataru. Sorry about all the attention you're getting, Balmarsh. I might have sung your praises a little too loudly, and often to a few too many people. Next time I'll be sure to hold my tongue. Literally, if necessary. Anyway, I expect you want to know where and when the Remembrance services are taking place. If all goes to plan, Gridania's Grand Company, the Order of the Twin Adder, will hold the first of the three services. An elder Seedseer Kani Senna will deliver her address at the Min Kento's Amphitheater. I should probably mention at this point that due to the organizational challenges involved in assembling all of the involved parties, it's possible that the order of the services might change. Still, there's not much we can do about that, so make Gridania your first port of call. Next, you'll need to go to Alda, where Flame of General Relba Alden will be addressing the masses at the Royal Promenade. Oh, and it's rumored there's going to be a special guest. How exciting. Last but not least, you must make your way to the stateroom in Limsa Laminsa, where Maelstrom Chief Admiral Mailwhip will be giving her address. You must expo via the Admiral's lift. Identify yourself to Sentries, Xanthiel, and he will admit you. Got all that? Well, off you go then. I hope you find the Remembrance service suitably educational. I suggest visiting the city-states in my prescribed order, though with your record of impeccable timing and luck, the schedule may well change in favor of your preferred travel plans. Farewell. So, really, I can go in any order I wish. Oh, hello, morning. But, you know, let's go with the way Totoro said. Teleport! New Gridania. I mean, $400, that's clearly not an issue. Plus, we're in a bit of a time schedule here. Gotta get that chocobo. You know, Gridania is really the least continent we've seen. We've started out in Limsa. We've been in Olda quite a lot these past few episodes. Gridania is really nothing. We haven't seen any of it. Oh, we've seen a bit of it, but not just much. Where am I going? We gotta go up to Old Gridania. Up. I forgot where the keys were. Because I'm good at this. Okay, let's get going. Pretty foggy morning here in Gridania. What's with the music? Oh. The music kind of creeping me out. Let's get in here. Oh, and then it gets really nice. I probably should have changed my hat. Oh well.
I lost my son to the calamity. The three Seedseers are all together.
Some say you couldn't take a step without stumbling over a body.
Oh, this is interesting. Oh, hello again.
Our forebears were once strangers in the Twelves Wood. Fearful of the green wrath, They hid themselves in the dark recesses of the earth. Yet they dreamed of basking in the dappled sunlight of the forest. Through great effort, they proved their worth to the elementals, and were granted a place beneath the boughs. So it was that Gridania was born, some 5 centuries ago. Working hand in hand, the Hure and the Elysian settlers sowed the seeds of our civilization, and soon they were joined by folk of all races. So nourished by the waters of unity, and blessed by the light of the matron, Gridania flourished into the great nation it is today.
Do you see the Gridanian standard? There, hanging behind the Elder Seed Seer.
What are you guys doing, Corrin and Corrin?
The entwined serpents represent the unity between Hure and Elysian. An elegant symbol. Do you not agree?
Okay, Corrin. If you say so, Corrin.
In accordance with the will of the elementals, we have embraced a life of peace. Alas, our neighbors have not always sought the same for themselves, nor for us. Though we Gridanians have no love for war, we have still less for those who would threaten our way of life. Ever have we fought to protect the sanctity of the Twelveswood. When the Garlean Empire brought its war of conquest to Eorzea, we rallied under the noble standard of the Twin Adder that we might push back the encroaching darkness. And it was we who prepared the ground for the reformation of the Eorzean Alliance, that all the peoples of this realm might stand united against the common threat. "5 years ago, the Alliance met the armies of the Empire upon the fields of Cartano. It would prove the bloodiest battle in recent memory. Countless Gridanian lives were lost. As Supreme Commander of the Order of the Twin Adder, ever shall I bear the weight of our people's sacrifice. Alas, their loss was not the only tragedy to befall us that day, for soon came the calamity. The scars borne by our forest are a constant reminder of its violence. Our lives have been irrevocably changed, each waking hour a struggle to survive. Driven to desperation, some among us have strayed from the path of righteousness, resorting to banditry, poaching, and other unconscionable deeds. To compound our woes, the Ixal have returned in force, emboldened by our suffering. They test our defenses nigh without cease, and prey upon the vulnerable. So beleaguered from within and without, it is of little wonder that our unity now falters. Dark times are upon us.
Time was a man could walk
pox
the
on that
high
bloody
roads
Ixal.
without fear.
On this day, 5 years ago, countless Eorzeans laid down their lives that we might behold another dawn. Please join with me in honoring their memory.
And how do you propose to honor the memory of those you cannot remember, pray tell?
Corrin, shut up. Other Corrin, don't encourage her.
The destruction wrought by the calamity was indiscriminate. It dealt death to Eorzean and Garlean alike. Yet while we have labored to rebuild our homes, to rebuild our lives, the Empire has set about raising steel fortresses here in the Twelveswood. Let none be mistaken. The Garleans remain the greatest threat to our survival. If we are to stand against them, we must remember what it is to be united. Our many troubles blind us to the woes of our fellow man. Thence is harmony lost. Yet harmony is the founding principle of Gridania. We are gathered here to honor the fallen. Let them be honored not only in word and thought, but through concerted action. I bid you join hands with me once more beneath the Twin Adder's standard. And together, let us heal the forest's wounds, that our progeny might live in harmony beneath these ancient boughs. For serenity, purity, and sanctity. We must think of the children!
Woods will be done.
It's up to us to protect the forest. All the elementals!
Alright, that was kind of cool. Now what about the two Corrins here? What are they doing? I remember seeing you on the boat to Limsa. Why are you here? Corrin and Corrin.
If you'll permit me, Alfie no.
No, I'm still calling you Corrin.
And my sister, Alize, at your service.
You are also Corrin.
I saw at a glance that you were a fellow traveler. You might call us students of history, sampling the realm's remembrances in pursuit of enlightenment.
Shut up, Corrin. I already don't really like you. Corrin's a good character in Fire Emblem. You come off as a dick. The Gridanians are unfortunate enough to have contend with two beast tribes. The Ixwell are unquestionably the more troublesome, being of a natural warlike disposition, and want to summon their bloodthirsty primal, Garuda. The Sylphs, by contrast, are peaceful in nature, being mischievous rather than malevolent, can't even English, and have long been on friendly terms with the Gridanians, until recently at least. Alas, they have grown aloof, a change observed at roughly the time they summoned the primal Rima. The Gridanians have no love for war, and they consider open conflict the last resort. Though they clash with the XIV ever more regularly, you may be assured that they do in self-defense. As for the Sylphs, they are yet unbound by a peace treaty, though one wonders how long it will be before it's broken. The 12th Order was grievously wounded during the calamity, leaving Gridania vulnerable to attack. The people are hopeful that restoring the wood, and thereby the power of the elementals, will put an end to their woes. Yet how long will that take? Centuries, I wager. Meanwhile, the Exo will continue their incursions, spurred on by Garuda and her insatiable appetite for destruction. Whether the Gridanians like it or not, sooner or later it will come to all-out war, and when it does, the Order of the Twin Adder will need all the help it can muster. How valuable might the aid of a capable adventurer prove to them then? Alright, Corrin. Thanks for the information, Corrin. Alright, that was a bit weird. Alright. Now I guess we go to Olda, but give me just a second. I'll be right back. Okay, and we're back. So let's just teleport quickly. Oh, wrong button. I was on the right. Royal Promenade. Olda. Alright, let's get this done. Recording for probably far too long at this point. I still want to do something else. Can't tell ya. But I'm kind of excited. Gotta go. Royal Promenade. I have no idea what that is. Busting strip. Oh. Oh, okay. Up there. Chamber of Rule. I do not think I have a thing. Back in old, for all the Valentine's Day stuff. Okay, it's that same music again. Is it because of... I guess that's the St. Patrick's Day. St. Patrick's Day, that's another holiday. I guess it's for the St. Valentine. I'm guessing this music is the Valentine's Day music. It is very floaty and bouncy, so I guess it would fit Valentine, love, spring, and I guess all these cherry blossoms. Jesus, they're everywhere. Look, they're even on the lights. Listing strip. Yep, thank you. Okay, let's get going. Ethernet shard. Oh, I did. Okay. I did get it. Oh well. Too late now. Can't go back in time. Or can I? No, I can't. Alright, let's see this one. Ooh.
Behold, 'tis the Sultana Nanima herself!
And Roban as well!
The Sultana is an onion child.
Hark you, souls of flame, drawn to the bosom of the desert, where the fire burns brightest and shall rage forevermore. Hurrah! Rauban! Where since antiquity, under the sage and judicious rule of the Ul dynasty, we have wrought sand into gold, where by the grace and glory of Naldal have our brave sons and daughters flourished and prospered. I speak of Ul'dah!
There, at the Flame General's back flies the Grand
Corrin, what are you
Standard.
What? Corrin, why are you here?
Note the sigil. The golden scales of order balance the jewel of prosperity with the flame of might.
Great and many are the gifts our nation has given the realm. In Eorzea's darkest hour, on the killing fields of Cartano, none spent more in blood and gold than we. Thus was the 7th Imperial Legion laid low.
So that's how it happened. How soon history forgets.
Yet many left our gates, never to return. Let us pray for our absent brothers and sisters, that they might know happiness in the great beyond, as Thal's honored guests. If the fates were fair, the price we paid that day would have bought us victory. Alas, they are not. And now, but 5 years into this 7th Umbral era, the spirit of sacrifice which granted us our strength is all but dead. Look around you. What do you see? A people divided, downtrodden and enthralled. Where are the merciful alms of the rich? Where is the just steel of the righteous? I ask you, is this the great nation our brothers and sisters gave their lives to save? You who call this living, dishonor the name of the immortal flames. It is but a slow death. Our enemies surround us. The savage hordes of the Amalja wait beside our roads, strangling the lifelines of trade. Meanwhile, the Garleans make mock of our borders and despoil our land of its natural wealth. We We stand on a precipice, yet we do not act. Whether trader or soldier, monetarist or royalist, all must recognize that a divided Ul'dah stands to fall. Victory and fortune walk hand in hand. Ye who seek glory and wealth, look not to what little you can snatch from your neighbor, but to the boundless wealth of the world beyond. Now is the time to unite. Now is the time to ride forth. In the name of the Sultana, I beseech you, line not your own coffers, but those of the immortal flames. Seek not to prosper from Ul'dah, but to restore her to prosperity. As the realm prospers, so shall Ul'dah. As Ul'dah prospers, so shall her people.
Ja, for Ul'dah!
Together we are one.
Your Grace.
Raban?
Okay, that is adorable.
People of Ul'dah, I, Nanamo, 17th in the line of Ul, address you. Much has been made of the wealth of Ul'dah. Yet those who measure that wealth in coins and carats are gravely deceived. For the true wealth of Ul'dah lies in the health, happiness, and hopes of her people. Beloved subjects, I bid you raise aloft the torch of Ul'dah, that her flames might serve as a beacon for all Eorzea to see.
Long live Nanamo!
Glory to the Sultana!
What the hell was that voice?
Stride fearless into the inferno, for we are by fire reborn! Forsooth!
The time is now!
Seriously, what is that voice?
Seeing you again.
Yeah, it's almost like you two are following me, Corrin and Corrin. Corrin squared, I might say. The Ul'dahs have a long history of conflict with the Amalja, the beast tribe that worships the primal Ifrit. Yes, I know, I killed him. Judging by your look of distaste, I take it you have encountered them. The Ul'dahs do not shy from confrontation. If aught threatens their precious prosperity, they will seek to crush it. So have they dealt with Ifrit thus far, smothering his flames each time he is stoked to life. Yet he is but one of several problems. Though they have been quiet these past 5 years, the Gallians have not gone away. Meanwhile, refugees continue to arrive in droves, and Ul'dah has no clear policy on how to deal with them. After all, not even the Sultana's coffers are bottomless, and even assuming they had the coin, resources will ever be finite. Which brings you back to the sub-objective Ifrit. It has been observed that the Amalja are summoning with ever-increasing frequency. Every time they do so, the Ul'dahs send their forces to smite the primal, and though they invariably succeed, each victory is brought with blood. It is a war of attrition that they cannot well sustain. Small wonder, then, that the Immortal Flames are eager to recruit more members. As such, a desperate ally and venture of your experience will be a most welcome addition to their ranks. Alright guys, bye, see you in Limsa. Alright, that's 2 down. To Limsa. Yes. Alright. Got one more to do, then, if I'm correct, after this quest, we will get the quest to get a chocobo. And then, I'll finally call it a day. I don't care. I'm getting a chocobo this episode. soon as Limsa loads. Anytime now. There we go. Oh, it has been so long since we've been to Limsa. Ah, it feels great. Oh, we've already got a little bit of a gathering here. Hello. Here to attend the remembrance, servants. Be quick. The Admiral is due to give her address at any moment. Yes, let us go to the stateroom.
The Garleans are another matter altogether.
So much for our alliance.
It's sunk beyond the seabed.
The guy in the corner looks like me. Not him, not Baldenarch.
Brothers and sisters of the sea, hearken unto me. Look upon this, our mighty crimson standard, and tell me your hearts do not swell with pride. "700 summers have come and gone since our forefathers first ran aground in this fertile bay. In that time, guided by the Mother of Oceans, Limsa Lominsa has grown from humble fishing village to uncontested ruler of the 5 seas and beyond.
Oh, hello, Corrin
Did you
Corrin.
look as the Admiral bid you? It is a rather stirring standard, I must say. The Crimson Field is meant to signify the blood of fallen crewmates, while the Black Longship represents a pirate vessel.
When the Garlean Empire marched upon Eorzea, we assembled beneath the Maelstrom Standard, and our Grand Company was reborn. All answered the call, from the Knights of the Barracuda to Hilthier's bloody executioners, and together we met our would-be conquerors upon the field of Cartano. That day, the world bore witness to the united strength of Limsa Lominsa. I swear to you, no army ever fought harder or with more courage, yet many of ours did not survive. Join me now in remembering those who fought in the name of freedom and fell. May their souls be returned to the sea.
Freedom. Yes, they have always been rather fond of their freedom. Much
Shut
as
up,
the beast
Corrin.
tribes have. Small wonder. Beneath the surface, one would struggle to tell them apart.
Jesus Christ, shut up, Corrin.
It has been 5 long years since the calamity struck. 5 long years of tireless rebuilding. Yet still the wounds of the calamity fester and weep. But when I stand atop the mizzenmast and gaze out upon our battered and broken vessel, I see an undying spirit. Did we not build all this from the wreck of the Galadian all those centuries ago? Shall we not do so again? Yet there are those who would see this ship of ours sink beneath the waves of the restless Rotano. The Sahagin creep ashore seeking blood for their accursed god.
Those fishbuck
The Sahagin have risen?
While the mines of Ogomero spew forth kobolds who push ever south, despoiling our lands as they go. These savage beast tribes will be the first waves to crash against our creaking hull. And behind them swells the grim tide of the Garlean Empire. Even now, the Curs fly their flags within our borders. Doubt not, but that they will be upon us ere long. We are well nigh surrounded. Yet there are those among us who would rather turn their swords against their crewmates than our cannons against our foes. How can we hope to repel our many enemies when mutiny breeds below deck? There is but one course left to us. One bearing that will bring us victory over the beast hordes and the Empire both, and see this ship safe to port. We must mend the rift the Calamity has reopened twixt pirate and maelstrom, and stand fast with our adventurer brothers against the coming tempest. Mark ye well, a crew without unity is no crew at all. 'Tis but a mass of drowned men. To me, then, brothers and sisters of the sea, gather beneath the undying crimson standard, and pledge me your strength, your skill, your wisdom. And with the guidance of the navigator, this great vessel of ours shall ride the waves, till sea swallows all.
Long live the Admiral!
And the Mervyn!
Gather the lads!
Oh, where's me cutlass?
I'll follow ye to the seven hells, Admiral!
Excuse me.
Fancy meeting you again.
It's almost like you two are following me. Oh yeah. As the Admiral mentioned in her address, Limsa is plagued by two beast tribes. The first, the fish-like Zahagan, worshippers of the primal Leviathan. The second are the kobolds, who dwell beneath the earth and take the primal Titan for their god. As if the beast tribe's presence weren't troublesome enough, the Gallians have also chosen to erect their fortress right in the Lamince's backyard. And that is to say, not of the eternal strife. As a nation of pirates, there is no end to the blood feuds between the various factions. And while they fight amongst themselves, the Gallians whet their blades and watch. If the Lamincens are to have any hope of withstanding the Empire, they must first resolve their own affairs. Differences must be set aside, and the primal threat dealt with once and for all. To this end, I expect they will soon take decisive action against the beast tribes. Mark my words, the Maelstrom Standard will be drenched a deeper shade of crimson ere long. That a capable adventurer like you would be a valuable addition to their crew is beyond question. But will you sail with the Admiral? Alright, can you two stop following me? It's kind of creepy now.